as I think I heard Wally talking about coaching in the KHL, that's what I'm presently. I've retired, but I'm doing some. I'm the coaching advisor to Lokomotiv Yaroslavl in the KHL. I work with that coaching staff, and I enjoy it very much.
Dave, I want to introduce you to Hal Terse. Hal is, as you can see, is our age and had similar amounts of experience,
Yep.
and lives in Minnesota.
Terrific.
And knew Herb Brooks really well.
Yeah.
Before you came on, Dave, I sort of talked to him about knowing Herbie, having Herb watch a practice that you were running at Father Bauer, and how excited he was seeing a national team centralized and getting coaching like it was. He thought it was a seventh heaven, and of course, as everybody knows, the hockey world knows, when you can centralize great young athletes for a long time, you can do some miraculous things. So, Hal, would you introduce yourself and give us a bit of your background for Dave? And then I've got lots of questions for Dave about his new gig and other things that are going on in the hockey world that I'm sure he's aware of. Go ahead, Hal.
Thanks, Wally. Hello, Dave. I don't think we've ever met in person, but I'm certainly well aware of all the things you've done for hockey and appreciative of it. I knew Herbie pretty well, and we worked on a number of projects together on development. And as a coach, I'm like 54 years into coaching since I quit playing in college, and currently U12, but I've done NCAA and Tier 1 juniors here in the U.S., Tier 2 juniors, a little bit with the Superior Junior International League, which my son played in. But still fairly passionate about coaching. I'm just finishing a video on how to run practice, and based on the observation that the average on-task activity in your youth and high school practices is about 9 minutes per player, and I've got my team up to 35 or 40 minutes per player just by doing some very simple things. And so I'll be sharing that video hopefully by the end of the week, but probably next week when it's fully edited. So, when games changed, we have to change how we coach because, it's the game so much different than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. So anyways, nice to be introduced to you. I appreciate your spending time with us.
Well, thanks, Hal. And I got to tell you, Herb Brooks, back in 79, 80, I was lucky to be able to watch a little bit of their training and then, of course, to watch the Olympics. And he really was one of the first coaches, I think, to really incorporate some of the European game into our game. And at his terms, he tried to create that hybrid game. And I just think he did a lot because he was the first guy to start that ball kind of rolling at a very high profile level, the Olympics. So he deserves an awful lot of credit. And I had many, many great conversations with Herb along the way. And he was certainly made a big mark in our game in terms of helping us progress. Nice, great guy.
I was, and I was starting a high school program, and he was going to help me with, sort of get it up and running in 2000 and let's see, was it fall of 2004, and that's when he had the car accident and died in the middle of that summer. So, and his son's a friend of mine, and
great.
I know that whole thing over there. But Herbie and I had a lot of great conversations over the years because I was at the national summer camp in '81 after they won the gold medal, and Lou Vero was the new Olympic coach, and
right
back when we were using amateurs in the Olympics, not professionals. And
that's right.
It was pretty fun to be, hanging around those athletes and having a chance to coach some of those kids.
Well, I'm just going to interject again here. You know, it's interesting. I've always felt that in the late 70s, early 80s, Canadian and U.S. college coaches started to be brought into the NHL as assistant coaches with a lot of professional guys that had played the game a lot and wanted a little bit more expertise